Swing Boss Podcast. Swing Boss Podcast. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first official Swing Boss Podcast. Until I can get some video up here, me actually in my quote-unquote studio, I'll just be doing it pretty much with audio right now. I hope you guys like my graphic here. Hit me up on all my different platforms if you haven't already. So the YouTube page, the Facebook page, the Twitter account, and the Instagram. Yeah, hit me up. This is where all the videos go. You guys know this. This is where all the reviews go. My Instagram's kind of special because it's more of a look into my personal life rather than all the Swing Boss stuff. I just kind of snap pics here and there. Me, my family, my daughter, all that fun stuff. So hit me up on those. Friend me, I friend back. Not a rude dude, so reach out, questions, whatever it may be. But let's get down to business, yes, shall we? So for the first official episode, whatever you want to call it, session, on-air, performance, whatever, I'm just going to talk a little bit about myself and kind of where the podcast is going to go. So a lot of you guys don't really know me on a personal level, except for some of my teammates and guys who have reached out to me and got to know me a little bit more personally. I'm just a normal dude. Some people ask me, why did you start this, Ross? Why did you start Swing Boss? A couple of different reasons why I started Swing Boss. I'm actually a pretty good golfer. I'm not a scratch golfer or anything like that. I shoot in the mid-80s on a good day. But, I was looking at videos for products when I was kind of frustrated looking for a driver and looking for a couple of other clubs. And I came across a gentleman named Mark Crossfield, who is across the pond over in Europe somewhere. And he is a funny dude. He's got a great personality, but this is what he does. He has companies that send him products for free, and he tests them, and he gives his review on them. And I'm sitting here, and I'm looking at a bat, or I'm looking at some different things, and no guys around me have them to swing, and I'm like, wouldn't it just be great if I could put together something and get on the same level as Mark? Now, I don't have companies sending me stuff for free. As you guys know, my local rep, Bill Solinsky, the CEO and owner of Inferno Sports, is the guy who basically supplies me with demos. And, some of the times he's struggling to try to get his business off the ground too. So it's not like we always have demos available of every line, made for softball. So a lot of you guys say, hey, what about that Easton? It's like, well, he doesn't really carry Easton, or he sold out of the DeMarinis before I could demo one, and this and that. So kind of where I started it stemmed from actually golf. It didn't actually start from softball. It was just a market that I saw was kind of open and not a lot of people were doing it. So I figured I would give it a shot. And thanks to all you guys, here we are today talking on our first official podcast. Yes, which, by the way, speaking of Bill, he was kind enough to kind of support the show today. So our first official advertiser is Bill Solinsky and Inferno Sports. InfernoSports.com, people. Light up the competition. That is who today's show is brought to you by. So thank you, Bill. I know everybody appreciates you helping me out. I appreciate it more than I think you will ever know. Let's go down to, some other orders of business here, what the podcast will be about. You guys all have your questions, obviously. So the way it's going to work is I'm going to just post a topic that we're going to be speaking about. And what I want is to hear your guys' feedback. Serious questions only, please. I know there's some guys out there that like to trawl this and that, or jokesters that try to get their questions on the air. Listen, I've worked in radio before. I know how this all works. So serious questions only. I will try to answer as many as possible. Later down the line, I would like to get this to be a live event where you guys can post your questions live on Facebook or via Twitter, whatever it may be. And I can just read them live right here on the podcast once I can figure out how all that's going to work. I know I need an RSS feed and all kinds of other stuff. So that's kind of why we're just recording it the way it is right now. But that's where I hope it can get to a point where I can answer you guys' questions right then, right there. This does get popular enough, I'll try to figure out a way where you guys can actually call in and ask your questions. I'll field your questions live. We'll get to chat a little bit. It'll be whatever, live, Swing Boss Live, whatever. We'll think of a name, I guess. I don't know. This is, like I said, this is kind of very impromptu. This is my first one. Again, first official Swing Boss podcast. I'm having a lot of fun with this so far. I hope we can do this a lot more. Just to let you guys know, I have a lot of fun guests that are going to be on. I reached out to a bunch of different guys in the softball world who I won't name, but there's guys, I have a lot of guys who are some glove specialists. I have guys that run different businesses around the U.S., possibly get some professionals on here, possibly get some conference players on here. As well as some local guys around here. I want to interview some of the guys around our league, which will be fun. We can reminisce about some fun times, league ball and men's league ball and stuff like that. The commissioner of the league, hopefully I can get him on here. I can ask him some questions. Some questions I've been meaning to ask him, actually, about some of the rule changes we need to make, and about some of the other stuff that we need to make in my local league. So, yeah, I think he'd be a great guest to get on here. Don't you guys think that? I think so, too. Like I said, this is very impromptu. I'm just kind of shooting from the hip at this point. I can give you guys an update. I swung the Z4, I swung the Realtree, I swung the Torque. Those are all that I just swung. Like I said, there's a teaser video of that stuff, me shooting middle on Instagram, with my new beautiful little baby Avery that me and my wife had on the 30th of January. I've been very, very busy, to say the least. So I've been trying to get those videos up, but I sit down for 2 minutes to do an edit, and I hear her crying, and I got to get up and get out of the room, and then before you know it, I completely forgot where I was at, and I lose kind of my creative thought. So it's been tough, but I love being a father. I love being a dad. I wouldn't change it for the world. It's great. It's amazing. Some of you guys out there that are going to be dads soon, just look forward to the sleep, first of all. Going out and doing things on your own account, BP, taking fielding practice, whatever it may be. That's all probably going to go on hold, kind of like mine is at this point. I get out maybe once a week to either lift or either hit. So as you guys know, I was lifting avidly 3-4 times a week and taking BP twice a week, and that has been cut short significantly. So summer's coming up. That's good. We're actually a big ball of frozen here in Pennsylvania. Actually, the entire United States is pretty cold, except for you lucky bastards in California, Texas, and some other areas, which, it's been getting cold, Ross. Yeah, 50 degrees, real cold. Anyway, we're going to thaw out around here. League is, I don't know when league starts, actually, but tournament ball. I know there's a tournament next weekend, actually, but there's about 4 or 5 inches of snow outside, so I don't know how much the field is going to hold all of that snow, or, with it melting, how it's going to feel. But we got ball coming up, and I want to hear some of your guys' fun stories. I want to hear what you guys are going to be swinging. I want to hear what you guys maybe are switching to, what you guys are most excited to swing, what tournaments you're most excited to play in this year, all kinds of stuff. Maybe you added a couple of new teammates this year and you guys are looking to make a run at the title. Maybe it's your first year playing co-ed ball. Maybe it's your first year playing, up a level, whatever it may be. I want to hear, what you guys are excited for, because I'm really excited for this season to start. I'm really excited to swing a couple of different things. Last year I was swinging my Miken Super Freak and my Flipper Aftermath. This year we acquired a DNA, a Z4000 that I was kind of drooling over the other night, and some of these Eastons coming out. So that's what I'm most, looking forward to in the season, and I will give you guys updates on those. I promise I'll get the videos that I shot up as soon as I can. Again, this is all kind of shooting from the hip. This is all just a little bit of a test run here. It's 10 minutes long. It's the first 10-minute session. So again, get your questions ready. Get your comments ready. Just get ready. All right. Podcast numero dos coming soon. I'm going to try to make this a weekly thing, or every 2 weeks. Okay, so again, check me out on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that fun stuff. All right, guys, until next time, have a good one. Peace.